brothers and sisters. I am back and I'm so happy to see you guys. Happy Wednesday. Let us begin by greeting our Heavenly Parent and true parents. We can offer a half bow. Chanjin, Champunamge, Kyongbae. All right, and I would like to call up my mom, Rose, to recite the pledge in Korean.
Kajang manse, chill. Jangal gok jane, uri kajoon, jam sarango, masimago. Bunyane hiltongwa yolgo dewan. Wihanon suwarang tong hayo. Simjon mongwa segrerol, wansong gohasol, mense hanaida.
7. Our family, the owner of Chanaguk, pledges through living for the sake of others to perfect the world based on the culture of heart, which is rooted in the original lineage by centering on true love. Thank you. Okay, now, may I ask Mrs. Carol, if you could.
We have the right Carol. Please join me in prayer. Our most beloved Heavenly Parent, our Father, Mother, God, we thank you so much that we could gather together as one family. We know that it's a longing in your heart to see us together and communicating and striving and working together. I pray, our Heavenly Parent, that as we join together today, that we can greet our brothers and sisters, share our gratitude, hear our true mother's words, and listen to the reflections that are offered, Father, and then that we can personally take those words, digest them, and understand how they apply to our own life, how we might be able to advance using all of the lessons that our true parents have given, in particular, the lessons that our mother shares through her autobiography. I pray, our Heavenly Parent, for your guidance, for your continued inspiration, so that we may become the very best that we can live out our potential as your true sons and daughters. It's with gratitude that we gather this morning. We want to offer this time up to you now. And I pray these things, upholding the name of our true parents and in our names as blessed central families. Adieu.
Adieu. Thank you so much, Mrs. Carol. All right, now let us begin this morning with some stretches to wake us up. All right. So if we can reach to the stars, all the way up high. Awesome. Let's go to the side. Inside. Right behind. Awesome. Let's rotate our neck. Nice and slow. Okay, let's rotate. Okay, now let's do some touching the toes. So if you're sitting, you can touch down low, and if you're standing, you can do as well. Awesome. And you can twist your ankles while you're sitting, you're standing. Awesome. And switch sides if you have to. Okay, and for the next 10 seconds, stretch whatever you feel is necessary for you. Everybody. Okay, so let us now prepare our hearts as we share gratitude. Welcome back, everybody. I hope you guys had a great sharing in your breakout room. I would love to welcome up the Lapaucan couple to share their gratitude with us this morning.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Yeah, I was just sharing this morning. This past weekend I visited my son. He's down in Florida. He just graduated from the Naval Academy, and he's kind of starting off on his own. He's doing training right now, and flight training, and just all the changes he's going through. Kind of getting off on his own a little bit, and he's preparing for the matching and blessing. And so I guess my gratitude was just my past experiences that I was able to share with him. And a lot of times in the past, of course, we have struggles and we don't want to go through struggles, but of course, we learn a lot from them. So he's going through some struggles that I went through as well. And it's nice just to share with him and give him some fatherly advice. And I really appreciated spending the time with him and helping him adjust and through his growth process and prep process. So that was my gratitude for sharing this weekend with him.
Yes, my appreciation, I don't know appreciation, but anyway, some inspiration came to me, and mind and the body's unities. Yeah, there's so many instruction of during the day, but anyway, I had to focus. God gave me this healthy body, and then but anyway, anyway, I need to have like a healthy mind, follow the good mind, and to focus to do daily diet wholehearted to do every day, that to work for God and love God. Yeah, that's my appreciation. Thank you.
Thank you, Lapau couple. I'm really grateful that you're able to share that, especially having that parent-child relationship with your son. It's beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, and I would also like to welcome up Mrs. Myler if she can share her gratitude point with us.
Thank you. I was grateful yesterday for my son-in-law. He's a teacher. He teaches high schoolers, not always easy, but he's a good one. He loves to teach. And yesterday, we usually spend, the time we spend together is during usually dinner time and then evening a bit. And at dinner time, I was sharing something, an experience that I have had. And we were talking about someone, my daughter and I, and then at some point he corrected me. He corrected me about the way I was expressing myself or what I was saying or how I was saying it. And I completely agreed with him. When he gave me explanation, I agreed with him, and I really was so grateful that he was able to do that. He became the teacher to me, and I appreciated that very much. It's a good experience, and I do not mind this kind of situation because even at my age, even when we are the parent, we still have things to learn. So I was grateful. Thank you.
Wow, that's so beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that. All right, everybody, let us now go into reading Mother's Memoir. I would like to welcome Pastor Barbara as she can share her insights and also read for us today.
Good morning, everybody. Let us read Mother's Memoir this morning. Day 7. Okay. One day, not long after that, I heard the sound of a magpie sitting on the branch of a tree outside the window of my dormitory room. I had a premonition that I was about to receive good news. I went to the window, opened it, looked up towards the sky, and heard God's voice. Those were days in which God was giving me revelation, not only in my dreams, but also like waves coming down from the clear blue sky. I heard the words, "The time is near." It was the voice of God. I had heard it often since I was a child. I had always felt that I would meet a very precious person one day. As if someone were pushing me, I closed my books and left the dormitory. Something was telling me that my mother was not feeling well. As I was crossing the Han River on the bus, many thoughts flooded my mind. Does crossing the river mean that I am crossing over to a different world from the one in which I have been living? How many stories are embraced by the river, swirling beneath its confidently flowing surface? It is the heart of God who is searching for us like this river. Thank you. Yeah, so this morning, the things that kind of stood out for me today, well, first of all, simply that she says the sound of a magpie. And I thought, well, what is a magpie? This is like another bird reference. So I just Googled magpies and what do magpies symbolize? So magpies are a magical bird, and they're often found in pairs to represent love, bliss, and happiness in a romantic partnership. And if you have a magpie feather, is also a sign of fearlessness. Magpies are considered good lucks. They're a bird of joy or an omen of good news. And a pair of magpies symbolizes a happily married couple. So I thought, of course, like I had the idea magpies are a good omen, but I think that those things really apply to mother, like in a more deeper way, like the love and the bliss and a happy married couple and the fearlessness that mother embodies for us. And the second thing was that mother says it was the voice of God, and I had heard it often since I was a child. So the voice of God is familiar to mother at this time. And I just thought how precious that is, because often we're looking for God's voice in our own life, right? We're looking for God to speak to us, and we hear voices in our head and we wonder, is that God or is that me, right? So many times I have had that experience, like, is that God me? Is that God? Is that some evil spirit? you know? So just the preciousness of mother's experience having listened for the voice of God her whole life. God's voice is familiar and known to her. So she doesn't have that doubt that that's God's voice. She knows God's voice, and because she's heard it many times, and then she can trust it and act on it. So found that very moving and beautiful. And then finally, I would like to comment on crossing the river. So she's crossing the Han River on the bus, and she's saying, does crossing the river does that mean that I'm crossing over to a different world, different from the one I've been living in? So I thought, well, okay, well, what does it symbolize, crossing rivers? Is there some dream interpretations? Of course there are. So in dreams, like crossing a river can mean like a relief from grief or sorrow or fear. And then rivers in dreams often represent transition points between two situations or two stages of life. So that moment in her life is really a transition point, right? And then in Hinduism, crossing a river shows faith in God and believing he will provide help no matter how hard the situation gets. I thought that was very fitting for Mother's life, is that she's crossing this river because she has faith in God, because she heard his voice, and she believes that he will be with her whole life, no matter how hard it gets. Yeah. And then river crossing can be a metaphor of change, transformation, and crossing symbolically of progress or growing spiritually. So that was also lovely. But one unexpected thing is I just thought, well, what about the Han? Because some things, if you're crossing a specific river, it said, well, maybe it means this or that. So I said, okay, what does it mean to cross the Han River? Or what is the meaning of the Han River? And then you think about it, that what Google said is the Han River has played a central role in Korean history. And here is Mother, whose last name is Han, crossing the river. And she is to play a central role in Korean history and in the history of the world. And she is that center. And that's also her name. So that was really such a beautiful little thing to find. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you so much, Pastor Barbara. It's such a beautiful reflection. And thank you for also explaining what magpies were. I learned something new, and also the definition. So thank you so much. All right, let us now go into our breakout rooms and share our reflection or our key phrase from today. I'll see you guys back in a few minutes. Welcome back, everybody. All right. Thank you. I hope you guys had a beautiful sharing and reflection. I had Etsukon-san also in my breakout room, and we had a great give and take, just us two. But we just shared more about how we were so amazed that at a young age, True Mother was able to hear the voice of God and be guided by her, guided her whole life as well. And so we also shared about nowadays sometimes we feel that we don't. The beautiful thing that we all have now is the Chuncheon One, where we can go and pray and feel God. So yes, beautiful sharing. And I would now like to welcome up Pastor Takino to share some announcements and offer us a prayer this morning.
Okay, good morning, everyone, brothers and sisters. I don't have any special announcement, but we will have a special occasion. The pioneer, Japanese, I think not only Japanese, but the people who build the foundation of our movement, America. They have anniversary, 50 years anniversary. They are our ancestors in the pioneer in the American movement. So let's pray and appreciate, that without their tears or sweat and blood, we can't have such a big community like now. And true parents always said, people who really trust true parents very beginning, no foundation. Nobody knows the Reverend Moon from Mother Moon. But at that time, just believe they are the Messiah, second coming. Those people is precious, precious. That's why both true father and the true mother both said they can't forget those people who working very beginning of the pioneer time with true parents. So let's appreciate and you can say to if you met those people, maybe you can hear their testimonies. Okay, so today I like to invite Pastor Naokimi is here. Every Wednesday he made a commitment to come to the Chonshin prayer room. So I like to pass to Pastor Naokimi.
Okay, good morning, brothers and sisters. So one more thing I'd like to say is thank you for your prayers yesterday, also for our sister Che Consoro. I heard she's back at her home resting. But yeah, continued prayers for her. Speedy recovery is appreciated. Okay, let's please join me in prayer. Yeah. Dear Heavenly Parents and beloved true parents, thank you again for this beautiful new morning that we can start this day together as a community with our brothers and sisters here and really reflect on the things that we can be grateful for, even the small things, to start with gratitude. I think it's so precious in cultivating this heart of Hyojung as your sons and daughters, and really uplift our spirits to start the new day. God, also just want to thank you for our true mother and for the chance to really reflect on her life and her thoughts, what she was going through, and the kind of weight or responsibility she had to carry from a young age. At the same time, there's moments where we can see how she's modeling for us how to relate with you, really as a daughter or son of God. So I pray that we can take inspiration through her example and apply it in our daily lives. learn to trust our own intuitions and to listen to the guidance that you are always trying to give to us. So thank you for giving us this chance to reflect this morning. And I also want to offer a prayer for our sister Che Consoro as she recovers from her health challenges. And also pray for all of our elder Japanese members who came to a foreign land at a young age to really dedicate their lives to build the foundation of your providence here in America. So we pray for a victorious weekend meeting for them. And we'd like to also conclude with really committing to have a fruitful day together with you throughout the day today. So thank you so much as we begin also this new month of November. There's 2 months left in this year. I pray we can refocus on what we want to really offer for 2023 and finish strong with a clear direction, a clear commitment, and really offer fruits that we can be excited and proud about. So thank you so much for giving us this moment this morning. And I offer this prayer as a representative of everyone here in my name, Naokimi and Shukuko Shura Blessed family. Aju.
Aju. Now let us go into our unison prayer. Please feel free to unmute.
아버지 하나님
Really want to
아버지
thank you for this chance to come together this morning
하나님
share
아버지
in this
내가 무슨
and really to understand how deep our mother is. She writes such beautiful prose and love she uses so much deeper emotions that can be put down in words, but she tries to convey the depth of that by
children of God, building the peace world. Nobody suffers. No more war.
How she
And
voice of God for all our young people
the family,
hear the voice of God,
all the relationships,
the world
care each other,
hear the voice of
respect
God, and
each other,
differentiate the voice of
trust each
the
other.
other voices. Create the voices that can fill the world
This world,
for the Holy Land.
many people cannot trust each other,
Our sides are so wrong.
especially
It is really something
the government and the people.
that land in my parents' allow them to love one
Because
another as brothers and sisters.
we don't know who we are.
Praying that we can just add every parent. It's no point
When you hear it,
trying to take and
how we can build a relationship with each other.
the world we came to this nation
Just love and cooperation, communicate with each other.
gratitude towards our
The
loved
simple
ones.
thing, just simple thing we can do.
Sacrifice their nation, sacrifice their second generation in order to support our nation.
I know
Today,
parents heart always the children support each other. Parents heart always wish children happy and their success
resentment that all
better than me.
taken from the past. Pray
can pray. How beautiful such a world,
So offer
such
our
a community.
gratitude to all the Japanese country of America
We talk about true love.
sacrifice their love, their
We talk about the
their
homeland
language,
of the heart.
families to
Starting on the
home in
family.
this country, follow our true parents, and to do what
Such a
Americans
wow.
members of our community and
Father.
not at rest to always be able to become.
Thank you, everybody, for offering your prayers with us this morning. I would like to now conclude our prayer vigil. I'm so sorry again for my Wi-Fi this morning. I see that I keep cutting out, but hopefully I'll get it fixed. See you guys tomorrow. Have a great, happy Wednesday.
Thank you, Anna. You're doing so well. Thank you so much.
Happy Wednesday,
Have a good day, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
Hannah.
you,
Thank you,
Mr.
Barbara. Thank you,
Bro.
everyone, for joining.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you.
Hey, Pastor Barbara, you're doing so good.
Barbara.
Thank you, Miss Ann. Morning.
Barbara.
Good morning,
Thank you.
Thank you, my dear.
God bless everybody.
Thank you, my sister who was in our.
See you tomorrow.
Thank you, Pastor Naokimi,
Guys
for the
behind
beautiful
us.
prayer.
Thank you, dear